All right, hello everyone. I am back for another of these beautiful blowouts. I'm gonna be doing a side design this time. So where I pour the paints on this side and pour them down this side and then blow them inward. I'm using the same colors that I did on the big beautiful blowout from the center. So I always like to do, not always, but I like to do kind of the opposite and see kind of what feel it has. Different compositions will give you a different feel to the painting using the same technique and the same, materials and colors. So I had the leftovers from that. So it is Pebeo's Iridescent Blue Black. It is white, silver, blue violet, black, and a little bit of phthalo blue. I mixed up a new gray color and I am gonna go a little bit lighter this time on the gray. So I mixed in a little bit more white. And if you watched that video, I said I was saving a little bit of my white and I didn't know what it was for, but it was for this. So I am gonna start pouring this out. Now, one thing I noticed, so I got a canvas all ready to paint, taped off the back, and something I noticed was that there was a small little kind of line running across it, and it was a defect. And it's really important that you look at your canvas ahead of time, especially when you're using thin paints, because that defect will show through, the canvas will show through, and then you'll have this beautiful painting and no way to correct it. Once you have a defect in the canvas, it's kind of hard to actually correct that. And I've noticed it through some of my thicker paint pours as well. So, quality these days is always an issue. I always check mine. You can always return it to the store if you don't like it. So I've had paint on some of them before and I'm not fully painted, but like my fingertips, and I'm like, this had a defect, and they'll just replace it for you. So check your canvases, word to the wise. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna blow this out and let's see how this one comes out. Okay, so it is on these side designs. It is even more important, in my opinion, to make sure that you don't have too much paint in the center of your canvas. And the reason for that is that you are blowing all the paints inward. So if you have too much, you risk some cracking or some kind of pooling there and it'll be uneven. So I always like to tilt my canvas, and I do it for my other paintings too, but like it's really important for these, in my opinion. All right, so I'm just gonna tilt upward. It will also help you see if there are any defects, like I see, not defects, but like anything in the paint. So like that right there, I saw that as I was tilting. So that's another reason that I like to tilt, because you can see just the smallest things that would otherwise be hiding in your painting and would only come out as it dries. I see one more little piece. It's right here. And if you get it out now, it's no big deal. But if you wait, your painting will never be the same. That was so dramatic, right? All right, so I know that I have a decent layer on my canvas. I'm gonna start, I feel like I kind of want to layer it the same way that I did. Oh my goodness, what was that? That was on the bottom of this cup. I'm glad I caught it. I am gonna put just a little bit more paint there. I'm just scraping it up from my table and just rubbing it right there. There we go. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna start right here. Now, when I do the side design, I start a little bit inward, right about here. I'm gonna go around my corner, and my corner's gonna get blown off and these two are gonna get blown in. So I have to keep that in mind. So I just kind of right up like that. Right up like that. Okay, and I really liked the way that I did it, adding a little bit of white after each of the darker colors. So I am gonna do that as well. I have just enough of that left over. Little drizzle of black. I actually really liked the black in the last one too. I'm excited for how this one's gonna come out. And then my purple. That purple was so pretty. Okay, got it. Now, my blue black. And last will be my silver. A little bit, let's just use up the rest of the blue black there. Oh, I didn't put any white over my, maybe I'll just drizzle it in now. Over the purple. We're just gonna use up all these paints. That was the point here. And then I just take these little cups, let them dry, and then you can peel the paint out and you can reuse them. And they have lids that go with them. They're just little 5-ounce cups. Sometimes the paint's hard to get out if it starts to chip a little bit, like if it's brittle, like if it's been sitting for a long time or really in really dry air, you won't be able to get all the paint out, but most of the time you can. Okay, this is a lot of paint, but not to worry, because what I'm gonna do is blow back on some of it and up on some of it. Back and up, and continue that on around. I have missed my blow dryer. All right. Phew. Okay, it really is an art. No pun intended. Sorry. I even forgot what I was gonna. It really is an art to know when to blow back and when the next kind of flower petal will come up and through. So I'm gonna do my little signature curly cues through here. Always makes it feel like it's a little window peeping out, because I had a couple of points in there that I was like, ooh, do I blow? Which way do I blow? Oh my goodness. This is gorgeous. I don't even see a lot of black, but it's just a hint of it that really, I think it brings the painting together. I really like it. Just gonna carry some of the other colors on through there. Because there are these tiny little blocks of just blue. And some are okay, but I want to soften some of them up. Okay, I'm done. What was this, like a 5-minute video? Except I talked to you about canvases for like 10 minutes at the beginning. I'm gonna give this a good torch, and then I am honestly not touching this one. Another little tip, make sure that all this stuff is peeled off before you actually torch your painting, because it wasn't the other day for me. I think I've talked about this in another video, and it got in the painting and ruined the painting. So lesson not quite learned because I didn't check, but it is something I think about a little bit more often now. These are kind of, oh my gosh, I said I wasn't gonna touch it. Those were just a little too bulky at the top. But now I'm really not gonna, nope, done. I'm done. I'll show you. All right, this is definitely one of my most favorite side designs, by far. Just giving it time to focus so you can look at the details. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. Yes. All right, I'll show you how this one dries. Oh man, I think I like this one, or woman, I think I like this one better than the other one I did, believe it or not. I am in love with that pebeo blue-black. My arms are shaking. There's so many details. Just everywhere. So many little dendrites sticking out, and oh, I am really happy with this one. Love this color combination. All right, thank you everyone for watching. Yep. Painting. Bye.